I've previously talked about how I am not good at detecting other people's emotions, meaning I don't know what they feel by looking at them. But what I haven't previously talked about is how I'm also not good at detecting my own emotions, meaning I don't know how I feel. Let me elaborate. I don't know what I'm feeling is hard to understand without a bit of background. And so let me give you the background so that you can then understand by the end of this video what I mean by I don't know how I feel. Let me get started with what is an actual emotion. To be able to say I can't feel my emotions, we need to understand what an emotion is. The picture book definition of an emotion is a mental state that is not consciously achieved, meaning we didn't reason to become happy, but it is a state that is subconsciously achieved, often accompanied with a physical state. That's how it's usually defined. But let me give you my understanding of what an emotion is. We all have bodies, and these bodies are very, very, very complex organisms. We have neurons in the brain, huge neural networks that process magnitudes of information. All the information from all these sensors on our body get pushed into our brain, where they get processed into something a bit more useful, abstract, simpler for us to understand and reason with. What I believe happens as we grow up, we learn to understand these states, the chemical balances in our brain, the hormone levels, and judge these hormone levels. And then by our parents, we get conditioned to understand certain physical states that our body is in as emotions. For example, when you succeed, when you get something you want, you get sweets as a child, or you get a hug, or you get a toy that you've been wanting. And this neural chemistry, together with smiling and all these things, we get then conditioned into by our parents saying, oh, look who's so happy, oh my goodness. Or if we didn't want something, other chemical balance happens in our brain. Our muscles tense up, but we don't know what that is till our parents say, why are you so angry? Maybe I can help you. Or being scared, the fight or flight response, muscles tensing up, other chemical balance in the brain again. So we get conditioned into understanding certain physical states as what we refer to in the abstract world as an emotion. So now we have attached this physical state the name emotion, and it's easier for us to process that. But I believe for whatever reason, my body, my brain was not able to make that abstraction, didn't make the connection that this certain physical state, for whatever reason, is what is happy. Or at least not as well as most people do. What that means is that I can be angry, I can be overwhelmed, I can be sad, I can be happy without knowing that this is happening, because my brain is not recognizing this state as happy. Often what happens regularly is that I come home and I'm all feeling really good, coming home, talking, and my wife is staying away from me for a little bit, avoiding me, and I'm like, what did I do? Like, why is she so distant? Why is she? And then she comes up and says,
what's going on with you? Why are you so angry with me?
And I was like, I'm not angry with you. Why are you saying that?
She said, because your face is telling me that you're really, really angry.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know. And I genuinely don't know. And so then I start thinking. So now I've been explicitly told that I am angry. And I start thinking, did something happen today? And it was like, work. Well, I guess I did have a difficult conversation with somebody at work. Maybe I had this interview that I had to hold, or maybe I had a meeting that was very difficult to manage, or something. Maybe it was just a lot of stress and a lot of noise, overstimulation, whatever it is. Once I've been told that I'm angry, actually now that you say this, I don't feel very well. I'm not well. I feel unwell, and I can determine and I can realize I need a break. But before that, I thought I was fine. I didn't know my face was looking angry. I was unaware of that concept. I was unaware of that state. And so the same way I don't recognize other people's emotion when I look at the face, I don't even recognize my own emotions when I have them until they're pointed out to me explicitly. One side effect of all this is also that I cannot remember emotions. So when I recall a memory, regardless of what the memory is, I can remember it as if it was told to me about somebody else's life, but there's no emotional attachment to it. So for example, when I remember back onto my wedding day, I remember where we were, I remember the people that were there, I remember what the room looked like, and I remember what we said and what happened afterwards. And it is the facts about the situation that were written down in a book. That's what it feels like. It feels no different than when I remember how I brushed my teeth this morning. There is no emotional attachment. It doesn't make me feel happy again. Now at the time I was happy, but I can't remember that feeling. And I can't look at old pictures and feel, oh, this is so nice. And sometimes I wish I could. That's just something I'm not capable of. It has a positive side effect as well, is that negative feelings, they just leave me the moment the situation has passed. Once I process the situation, it's gone. And if I remember back, I'm physically incapable of recalling that feeling that I had at the time. I hope it helped. I hope it was something that I felt like there was something that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about for autism. It's a personal experience. I'd be interested if you experience similar situations. Leave a comment below. Tell me what's your relationship with emotion. And remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.